check, audio check. Mic check, mic check.
This is the PVL, Ti Puso, Ti Volleyball.
The PVL is back, and the PVL is on tour. First stop, Vegan City, Ilocos Sur. This crowd ready to erupt for our second game here in Chavit Coliseum. We love our vegan fans as we welcome you back here in the heart of volleyball. Our second game is the Creamline Cool Smashers versus the Capital One Solar Spikers. Earlier today, the Signal HD Spikers won in 3 sets versus the Akari Chargers, but this is the game people have been waiting for, lining up outside. And so there we have it, our second game here today. Thank you for joining us on One Sports Pilipinas Live and One Sports Plus right here on Signal TV. Our players warming up, ready for that redemption tour is Eliza Valdez as we welcome you back here. Jaime Ascalon with my partner, Neil Flores, and of course, Jana Ejido, who was telling me earlier, Jaime, ang ingay pala dito sa vegan.
Exactly, Jaime. The crowd was very loud a while ago. I think it got even louder now. How much more tomorrow when we still have a Monday doubleheader?
Yeah, we have 2 days here in Vegan City, so tune up for that. But first things first, I'm sure there are a lot of questions. What can we expect here in PVL On Tour? Luckily, we have Neil Flores. Neil, what can we expect here in this preseason tournament?
In case the fans missed the first game, we have a new tournament format here in the PVL On Tour. The 12 teams were split into 2 pools. Chocomucho, Farm Fresh, Galleries, Next, and Petrogas and PLDT are all part of Pool A. Then Akari, Signal, Creamline, Capital One, Cherry Tigo, and Boost Coffee are part of Pool B. The top 2 teams of each pool will advance to the quarterfinals, and the bottom 4 teams will move to the knockout round. In the knockout round, it will be a 1-game elimination. So number 3 faces number 6 and number 4 faces number 5. When we get to the quarterfinals and the semifinals, both of these rounds will also be a 1-game elimination round. And even in the bronze medal match and the gold medal match, matira matibay, knockout match pa rin tayo. So we are so excited for our main game for today.
And we are excited to see the Capital One Solar Spikers and their rejuvenated lineup. Let's talk about first, Neil, on the Capital One Solar Spikers, because a new hope is on the horizon. They had the number 1 pick in Bella Belen. We won't see her just yet, but we saw Pia Abu working out here with Iris Tolenada looking to lead the pack. But one of the biggest, Neil, is they also have a new coach, our national team coach, Coach Jorge Negrito, looking to lead Capital One to the promised land.
These are big fish for the Solar Spikers. Aside from the head coach of Alas Pilipinas, they also picked up a veteran in Jerry Malabanan, who is coming off her hiatus in volleyball. You mentioned Bella Belen, the number 1 pick of our rookie draft class, and Pia Abu, also one of the UST standouts, will serve as one of their middle blockers. Holdovers, malakas pa rin naman sila. They still have Leila Cruz, and Roma Doromal has just been named as the team captain. Iris Tolenada will be calling the shots as their playmaker.
Well, Neil, thank you for sharing that with us, because I have lots to add about Coach Jorge Negrito. I was very lucky to have spoken with Coach Jorge himself, of course, a very familiar face to all of us, and who's just fresh off his Alas duties. But Coach Jorge tells me it's a brand new responsibility here with the Capital One Solar Spikers, and he has some goals up his sleeve. First is to really build a system, build a culture, and set higher standards within the team, particularly achieve that. Aside from the culture, he adds that he's been observing Capital One since its inception as a team here in the PVL and considers this a fresh start. He also takes pride in the players themselves. He adds, the players are very brave in adapting to the team changes, and we want to focus on ourselves and on the present. Now, speaking of the players, we also got to have a little chat with the veteran, Iris Tolenada. So let's hear what Iris has to say here.
Hi PVL, we're back. Everyone's really excited, and we're just looking forward to playing together, seeing what we can do and what we can bring to this new season. It's really cool because, you know, we get to explore beautiful places like Vegan. I'm a huge fan of this place, so I was really excited. And this is a beautiful facility compared to Metro Manila, another home away from home. We know Creamline is an amazing team. They're a championship team. Us being one of the underdog teams, we're really just excited to give them the best fight that we can. To all the PVL fans, Capital One fans, and Irish Tolenado fans, thank you so much for all of your support. We love you, we thank you, and we're so excited to see you again.
Here's the thing, ni Irish Tolenada will have her hands full with this new system because syempre sila ni Coach Jode, kailangan synchronize, di ba, Neil?
That is correct. But you know what? In the last season, what I have observed with Capital One, hindi offensive, hindi defense yung naging problema nila. It was really their offense. And we really have to talk about one of their main players this season, Roma Doromal. Roma Doromal was part of the top 10 in the digging category in that All-Filipino Conference. 3.4 digs per set. And as a team captain, mas malaki na yung responsibility niya ngayon. Aside from the skills that she will be bringing to the table, she also has to showcase her leadership.
They grew up so fast, no, Neil? Parang kailan lang rookies sila. Now they are stepping in to that leadership position. We can't wait what Roma Doromal shows us here in Ilocos Sur. But now let's pivot the conversation to the Creamline Cool Smashers because yes, it is a PVL on tour, but also yes, it is now a tour of redemption for the Creamline Cool Smashers after that Game 3 loss to Petrogas. You know they're looking for another championship.
It's the home of the MVPs, as we always say. They will be missing the services of Bernadette Pons because she will be focusing on the national team of beach volleyball. But hindi nila kailangan mag-alala because they still have 4 MVPs in that lineup. Pick your poison na lang if you're a Creamline fan. And they also added rookies, middle blockers in Sheena Turing and Nika Selix of the rookie draft.
Well, earlier, if I got to talk to Coach Jorge with Capital One, I also got to talk to Coach Sherwin Meneses of the Creamline Cool Smashers. And we really got to talk about how Creamline processed that silver medal finish the last time we saw them in the All-Filipino Conference. And to that, Coach Sherwin really told me that we went back to the drawing board. He said na yung inuna daw nila was the goal setting for the next conference. He says, gusto namin makabawi agad to hit reset. So, you know, even in the short time they got to prepare for PVL on tour, he knows his team very well. Of course, saying, knowing Creamline, kaya nila yan. And you know, like you said, Neil, they're also coming in today with some rookies, which I can't wait to talk about later. But this time, why don't we lend an ear to last year's draft pick of the Creamline Cool Smashers, Aaliyah Torres.
Hi PVL, we're back! It's super exciting to be back on the court, being able to play the sport we love, especially after getting a break from volleyball. So just being back on the court is something that we're excited to do and happy that we get to play in front of our fans again. I'm super happy always. The girls always bring good vibes, so it's always an honor and a privilege to be playing with Creamline. It's great to experience different cultures, be able to travel all around the Philippines and experience the different cities. I think it's a great opportunity that the PVL has brought the league to the other provinces so that other people can experience the culture of the PVL and volleyball in general. It's a great opportunity and I'm happy that we're able to do this. Message to the Creamline fans, thank you so much for supporting us always. I hope to hear you guys cheering in the stands and thank you for all the love and support.
Well, same sentiments, Neil and Jana. Aaliyah Torres, they grow up so fast. Now in their second year here in the PVL, we might see some of the rookies play for both Capital One and Creamline. But, you know, there was a lot of buzz for Creamline na babalik na si Gia Morado de Guzman. But let's not forget that in her absence, one player stepped up and led them to championships in Kyle Negrito, Neil.
She has been the captain of the ship nung nawala si Gia de Guzman. She was number 2 in the All-Filipino Conference in the setting category, right next to Jel Cayuna a while ago. We also highlighted the playmaker of the Signal HD Spikers. But for Creamline, Kyle Negrito will really control the shots. She will be pulling the strings today. She has a lot of weapons, a lot of new faces for Creamline. So I'm very excited to see kung paano niya papaganahin yung mga bago nilang players.
Well, I'm sure that the Creamline fans are very much aware that Kyle will continue to deliver here in a brand new conference for the PVL. And you know what? It's only day 1 of PVL on tour, but we want to ask you via our question on the Pilipinas Live app, our poll question of the day, which is, which team will be making headlines in day 1 of of the tour? Will it be the Creamline Cool Smashers or the Capital One Solar Spikers? Feel free to take your pick as we wrap up our Sunday doubleheader with this matchup.
This matchup will make the crowd roar. Jana and Neil, we are so excited for this vegan crowd to erupt as the stage is set. Capital One Solar Spikers, Creamline Cool Smashers, right here, PVL on tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chavit Coliseum in Vigan, Ilocos Sur, Philippines, this is the PVL on Tour 2025. And our second matchup for today features Capital One Solar Spikers versus the Creamline Cool Smashers. And now let's meet our officials for this match. Our first referee, Joven Racelis, national referee. The second referee is Bobby Celso, national referee. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Capital One Solar Spikers. Outside spiker from the National University, number 8, team captain, Jorel Singh. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 6, Trisha Genesis. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 9, Rovi Estrella. Center from San Francisco State University, number 10, Iris Tolenada. Middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 12, Casey Galtones. Middle blocker also from UST, number 17, Pia Abu. Starting libero from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 19, Roma Doromal. Head coach for Capital One is Jorge Souza de Brito. And now the starters for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Outside spiker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 2, team captain Aaliyah Valdez. Center from the Far Eastern University, number 1, Kyle Negrito. Middle blocker from the National University, number 5, Sheena Toring. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Pangs Panaga. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, Michelle Gumbabao. Outside spiker from Adamson University, number 23, Gemma Galanza. Starting libero from FEU, number 11, Kyla Atienza. And the head coach for Creamline, Sherwin Meneses. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Capital One versus Creamline. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
Take a look at the starters for the Capital One Solar Spikers with their debuting head coach, Coach Jorge. Of course, led by Iris Tolenada, their starting setter. And we will see Pia Abu for the first time, so stay tuned for that. Now their opponents, the Creamline Cool Smashers. The redemption tour begins today. Looking for another championship. Of course, led by multiple MVPs. But we're now seeing a rookie in Sheena Toring getting that starting position here.
I actually think na yung pickup kay Sheena Toring was one of the best draft picks noong draft night for the Creamline Cool Smashers. So we can also see the rookie Pia Abu immediately starting for Coach Jorge de Brito. And not just that, even yung transfer from the Petrogas Angels, Casey Galdones, now is a Capital One Solar Spiker.
So let's see, there's a new fresh faces for the Capital One Solar Spikers. Negrito. MG was blocked. Atienza. Back to Mitch. Gives Creamline their first point. Will be a luxury here for Creamline with multiple MVPs. There's Gemma Galanza, of course, a fan favorite. On deck to serve, Doromal. The push, straight to the net.
We know that Creamline is a heavy serving team, so the receivers of Capital One need to exert extra effort if they want to be able to attack the defense of the Cool Smashers.
Aaliyah Valdez on her quest for another championship here in the PVL. It's Estrella. Gumabaw. The setup, Aaliyah Valdez with the drop ball as point goes to Creamline.
That violation called on the Solar Spikers.
How many times have we seen that, Neil?
Aaliyah Torres will also be getting some playing time here in Ilocos.
Iris, the toss. Genesis will try. She scores 2 points now. Let's give it to Jana Ejido. Jana?
Wasn't too long ago since the PVL draft night, Jaime and Neil. And you know what? I got to catch up with Pia Abu, whom you pointed out is starting for the Capital One Solar Spikers. And she told me today that her emotions that night and her emotions today kind of match. As she tells me, nung draft night, kinakabahan ako, pero andun yung excitement. And today as a starter, same rin yung kaba and excitement. Well, that's going to be a lot to look forward to for the rookie. But the future is bright as the sun for one of the team's latest Solar Spikers, Jaime and Neil.
The future is bright indeed. Pia Abu, you're waiting for Bella Belen.
And
Leila Cruz getting her national team experience. So you like where Capital One is going here, but right now they're down by 2.
I'm looking at the second stringers of Capital One. Nandiyan pa si Shola Alvarez. We mentioned Jerry Malabanan a while ago. There's Rachel Ostero. Also a transferee from the high-speed hitters to Capital One.
Serve by Panaga is too strong. Now it's going to CC Caldones. Another fresh face. It's been a busy off-season, Neil, for the PVL, and we get to see that here on the PVL on tour. MG, that cross won't work. Estrella, slowed down by the block. Kyle, back to Mitch. Caldones with some defense. Sheila Turing, still no good. The setup to the back row. Picked up by Iris. It continues. Genesis will try. Valdez puts it down.
Just listen to the crowd.
I can barely hear you, Neil, in all honesty, as this spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan. Liza Valdez making the crowd roar early on here in first set. Estrella locked in for that deep corner.
Estrella going high and long to get past that Creamline wall.
Good first pass. Aaliyah Valdez dug by Genesis. Trisha on the counter. We're satisfied.
That's one of the major contributions of one Trisha Genesis. Specialty of the house, floor defense.
Genesis got her confidence back in that last conference, Neil. Valdez, can we take the lead? Not quite yet. Singh says, let me try. Negrito, back set. Gumabao, back row. To the kick, Abu is rejected. Singh, pass through the blockers.
Great angle from Jarrell Singh. First part pa lang ng set 1, we're already seeing the improvement from Capital One. Their floor defense has been on point. They're getting, or rather, they're creating their own opportunities to attack the defense of Creamline.
Battle at the net. Chance ball for Creamline. Negrito to Turing. Gumabao with the dig. Negrito to Valdez. Aaliyah Valdez. Vintage.
She just really goes for those soft touches na nade-disguise niya ng tama. She does that so well.
Tolenada tried to go for that 1-2.
She had the right intention though. Nobody saw it coming from the Cool Smashers. That will still be a point for Creamline.
Doromal will play setter. Singh. Send it back. Welcome to the Creamline Cool Smashers. Sheena Turing as we go to a technical timeout.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Creamline Cool Smashers, home of champions, but settled for silver medals in the last All-Filipino Conference, which is why this is a redemption tour starting right here.
10 titles and the Grand Slam for the Cool Smashers. So yung silver medal na yon, malungkot pa sila sa lagay na yon. But they were already able to win 2 championships in the 2024 season.
They've just set the bar high here in the PVL. Genesis locked and loaded. How about the start of Capital One here, Neil?
And they're really working double time on floor defense. They have been aggressive also in terms of offense, which Genesis has been on point so far.
Looks like we have a challenge though by Cool Smashers. Net touch is what they are trying to challenge. Welcome our viewers here in Vegan City, Ilocos Sur. First day of our PVL on tour. Tomorrow we are back here, same venue, beginning at 4 p.m. Creamline on your screens will face Signal tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. It seems like the players are enjoying vegan. I see them walking around, food trip.
That's the beauty of the PVL on tour. Kahit pa paano makakapagpahinga din yung players, and they also get to interact with the local fans here.
It's been a busy day for me and Neil eating those empanadas. And Jana riding those calesas she will not stop talking about. And still having net fall challenge here.
Great call from the assistant coaches of the Cool Smashers. There was a net touch from Iris Solinada, so the point will swing back to the Cool Smashers.
Their prized rookie in Turing now serving. Tolenada, the slide for Abu. Is there a check ball? No, there wasn't, according to our first referee.
No challenge from Capital One.
Still wearing gold, Ispia Abu, another rookie here.
Ang maganda sa middle blocker lineup ni Coach Jorge ay kaya nilang mag-slide. Not all middle blockers are comfortable with slide attacks. So for different middle blockers that can go for different slides, that will be an advantage for Capital One. On the other hand, you have Gemma Galanza attacking from the left pin. Clear angle down the line was good for Gemma.
Creamline has opened up a 4-point lead and a service ace for the rookie.
2 points already for Sheena Turing, 1 off a kill block and 1 off that serve, and that will give the Cool Smashers a 5-point lead. Timeout, Capital One.
Go the target. They come here, go their target. Put here A, B pass. We're training that one that will be perfect. You don't need to spike. Change position. Stay. Don't need to switch. Stay. Okay? They pass again, you can play. You have all the guys. Until they meet with dangerous, you have opposite. You have 5 and everyone.
Nice job, guys. One stop now. That's it.
Take a look at that service ace by Sheena Turing. From a champion team in the UAAP to a champion team in the PVL.
For sure, naging seamless yung integration ni Sheena Turing because of the system of Coach Sherwin Meneses.
Genesis couldn't escape that double block. Valdez from the back row.
Liza Valdez has been so active here in the first set, playing from the front and the back.
6-point lead for Creamline.
Oh, wow.
Service ace. Another one by Sheena Toring. Like you said, seamless.
Target locked.
Fitting right in.
That ball just dropped in the corner pocket of Capital One. Just like that, they're up by 7.
It's a 6-0 run now. Bump set. Negrito. The toss. Galanza. The kill.
Creamline's just putting so much pressure on the reception and floor defense of Capital One.
Toring has been hanging out in that service line for quite a long time now. As Shola Alvarez off the bench for a much needed point.
Out of system play from Capital One, no problem, says Shola Alvarez.
That puts an end to that run. And Sheena Toring at the service line. Now it's her co-rookie in Abu. Targets Valdez. Galanza tried to place. Alvarez will improv. Couldn't get that one across. A technical timeout. 8-point lead for the Cool Smashers. Capital One Solar Spikers at the last North Filipino Conference, they were 11th place. And they're trying to make strides here in the PVL. But you know, summer is coming here, Neil, for Capital One with Bella Belen, Leila Cruz getting her experience. So we'll see under Coach Jorge De Brito. Starts today though in his debut. Back set. The easy put down for Michelle Gumabao.
The all-familiar heavy hand from Michelle Gumabao.
One of those hits you could hear. 9-point lead. Back row, Estrella.
That's a good option for Iris Tolenada. And even in the last game that we just witnessed, yung mga back row attacks, hindi na sila nagiging second option. Sometimes they're really the primary option for the playmakers.
Short serve for Tolenada.
I'm sure Capital One can't wait for the appearance of Bella Belen and Leila Cruz.
Iris, a high set in Estrella. Valdez will play setter for MG. Back set now to Alvarez. And 4 touches there for Capital One. Now a double-digit lead for Creamline. Timeout though for the Solar Spikers. Listen in on Coach Jorge.
Stay here to use the line. Use the line to drop. Nice drop there. Push long, push 8. It's okay. More patience, huh? To play. Come on. Let's be aggressive on the serve again. There's the time you can do. Big line for her. Okay.
Let's go. Capital.
There's Leila Cruz.
Tapia also newly acquired talent for Capital One. We're seeing Denise Lazaro Revilla, Tots Carlos, Bea De Leon, and Liza Mandapat.
Aldones. Torres bumps it over for MG. Sent back. Regalo. Gemma. Exceptional floor coverage. Insteria. Wala pa rin. Valdez na naman. It was returned. It's still good. Galanza will leave a free ball. Tolenada. The setup. Alvarez was denied. Creamline now with a chance ball. Pangs Panaga with a put away.
Defense is just rock solid for the Cool Smashers here in this opening set. From floor defense to net defense, walang namamatay na bola. And as long as that ball is alive, Kyle Negrito will just have a field day in choosing a player to go to.
And they service ace.
This has been the issue of Capital One in the first set. They have the weapons para makapuntos. It's just that they're having a difficult time in passing that ball to Iris Tolenada. This was also the problem of the Akari Chargers earlier. So in this level of play talaga, nagiging non-negotiable na yung passing. You need to be very stable in that department if you want to score.
Another chance here for Creamline. And Panaga has been the recipient of those chance balls.
Creamline is just on cruise control. Pao Soriano will replace Pangs Panaga in the front row to put the finishing touches in set number 1.
We enter the game for Capital One as number 6 Trisha Genesis.
.13 lead now. Soriano seeing action for the first time. 3 away for Creamline. Genesis. A powerful hit. Inaangat lang ng Creamline. The chance ball for Capital One. Genesis on the reload. Tolenada goes to the other side as that cross court is good for Estrella, who has been a source of life here for Capital One.
It's 3 points for Estrella here in the opening set.
Tough angle there for Estrella. I don't think Creamline sees preseason, regular season. All they care about is winning games. It doesn't matter to them.
But they always take it one game at a time. I mean, itong grupo ng girls na to sobrang competitive, not just in
like
the PVL, but also in training. Liza Valdez has been on fire.
Competitive ba usapan, Neil?
She's probably the most competitive person I know. She hates losing.
Yeah. And hate is a strong word, but she hates it. 2 points away. Back set. Estrella was checked. Negrito takes a step back to set MG. Doromal, the bump. Negrito says, I could do that too. Gumabaw. We arrive at set point Creamline.
What else can I say about Michelle Gumabaw? She's all about clean angles. Di masyadong malikot yung palo ni Michelle, but when she has a target, sobrang accurate. Kaya ang taas din ng percentage na pumuntos for the Cool Smashers. Good receive for Roma. Sing.
That one straight to the net, and so in convincing fashion, Creamline winning it 25-10. No signs of rustiness for the Cool Smashers, as this is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. And there you have it. First set has come to a close. Eliza Valdez leading the way. 25-10 was the count. .24 Creamline Cool Smashers will take set number 1, 25-10. And no signs of rustiness, Neil, for Creamline.
It was all Creamline in set number 1. We saw a lot of points from Eliza Valdez and Michelle Gumabao. Sheena Turing also scored a couple of aces. As for Capital One, they started out really strong. Yung floor defense nila, buhay na buhay nung simula. But when they started being inconsistent dun sa passing, dun na nagsunod-sunod, they weren't able to set up their own attacks against the Cool Smashers. And every time na-atake sila, nagiging out-of-system play. So yun yung kailangan nilang mga ayusin in set number 2. Creamline had more attacks, definitely, and had more blocks and aces. For Capital One, they do have to minimize those unforced errors. They committed 8 compared to the 2 of the Cool Smashers.
Capital One, like you said, looking to find consistency with that first pass. But of course, it may take some time, Neil, especially when you have a new head coach, a new system, and a lot of fresh faces talking about the Solar Spikers.
Of course, kailangan din talaga ng time nitong Capital One, because when you take a look at the starting unit, maraming bago. So hindi naman overnight success yung mangyayari sa kanila. But right now, they just need to come together and just push Creamline.
Let's see what they come up with here. Looks like it will be the same set of starters. Estrella was a bright spot. Connected well with Iris. And Pangs Panaga and Creamline just proved too much. As we welcome you to set number 2 here in Chavit Coliseum, the newly opened Coliseum in Vegan City. Jaime Escalon with Neil Flores and Chana Ejido. First day of PVL on tour. Tomorrow we have our second day. And PVL on tour, of course, we are going to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So check the website if we are going to a city near you. A service ace for Iris Tolenada to open things up.
That's how you want to start. And nung set number 1, it was Creamline putting pressure on the receivers of Capital One. So for Capital One, they need to do the same. They need to serve hard to at least get a chance of pushing Creamline to go for the broken plays.
Simple volleyball there for that Panaga point. Genesis tried to find a cross-court hit. Sailing wide though.
No challenge from Capital One.
Gina Toring also had a great first set. She was in the service line for quite a long time. That's where they got and opened up a big lead. Estrella, speaking of her sets, she was that bright spot.
She's becoming the go-to girl for Iris Tolinada in this match. She is currently the top scorer for Capital One.
Hard serve, over receive, easily picked up. Gumabaw. Estrella. Another try at things. Estrella says, let me try again. Atienza will toss it up. Ongoing rally we have here. Estrella, third time's the charm. No, not yet, says Kyle. Valdez off speed. Good save by Iris. A free ball for Creamline. The back set, MG. IQ play. Now we have a story from Jana Ido. Jana?
Hey, Jaime and Neil. Earlier, I caught you both talking about the seamless transition for Sheena Turing into the system of the Creamline Cool Smashers. And that is what I would like to happily expound on, because it is exactly that partnership between Sheena and Coach Sherwin during NU's recent championship run that made her a perfect fit for the team. And what they both described as a continued system. It did not take long at all for Sheena and her fellow rookie even, Nika Celis, to be fully integrated within Creamline's champion level system. And to think that this is only Sheena's first game with the team, we can only imagine how her career will bloom from here in the pros. Wouldn't you think so, Jaime and Neil?
You know, Jana, if you get to know Sheena outside of the court, even yung vibe niya, perfect sa Creamline. Always smiling, always happy. She is the epitome of good vibes.
Yun din yung sinabi niya nung rookie draft night when she was picked by the Cool Smashers. Sabi niya, good vibes lang tayo, di ba? Sakto siya.
Right now, another great start for Capital One. Singh joining in the scoring parade.
They're keeping it close. Every time you're in that three-hitter rotation, dyan ka talaga dapat tumagal. Try your best to get as many points as you can.
What a set. Mabaw sending it to the net. That's wide for Casey Galdones. A lot of, like we said, we keep on mentioning, this is a new team in Capital One, talking about a lot of fresh faces. Negrito. We've seen that before.
She's one of the aggressive setters that we have here in the PVL. Can easily go for that 1-2 play. Yun yung kagandahan pag nagja-jump set lagi yung setter. You can join yung attack formation ng team nila.
Quick, Abu. Galanza. Buhay pa rin. Negrito, ibibigay kay Valdez. And a nice net coverage by Pia Abu.
I think that didn't cross the net as well.
Pia Abu. Kinuha sa second round, Neil. I think it was Doromal who was actually pushing for Pia Abu as well. In that draft night a couple of weeks ago. Galanza, what a hit, but Genesis says, I'm right here, I'll go. Sheena Turing making her presence felt.
A point is a point. Wasn't the best contact points for Sheena Turing, but she'll take it. 4 points already for the rookie.
And this was the rotation. They had a big lead earlier. Back row hit, Estrella. Galanza on the elevation, but no execution there. Not sure if Meneses on his quest for another championship. The drop for Galanza will not work, but the block for Banaga will. Technical timeout, 2-point lead for Creamline.
Na-miss niyo ba yung game namin? Kung na-miss niyo, subscribe na to our YouTube channel. Subscribe na!
Best two words in sports, Game 7. Watch the winner-take-all finals match between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder this June 23, Monday, 8 a.m. live on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live app. Galanza rejects. Genesis from the other side. Negrito now to MG from the opposite side. It's still in play. The set for a quick hit by Pangs Banaga.
She was really asking for that ball. She saw an opportunity to score for Creamline and she took it.
Three-point advantage now. As Negrito will have a full front line to work with.
Niegos will check in alongside May Makatuno, second setter of Capital One.
Let's see if that double sub could spark something. It looks like a miscue between the Solar Spikers.
Another 3-point for the Cool Smashers.
Makatuno to Niegos. Gumabaw. The dive by Doromal. The back row by Singh. No conversion. Coach Jorge will call for time as his team is down by 5.
Position 1, opposite. You're in the middle receiving. You are out of position there. Fine. Fine. Back to play. Okay. Look, now it's good. She's serving for you. Then Jorel. So it's okay. She's out because she's not serving cross. Okay, so you guys take care. You're ready only to spike. Okay, nice one. Ready. Keep one ear, you. Keep one ear, you, and then you can play on the side, okay? Janice, be okay here.
Tsaga tayo, hindi agad-agad dadating yung puntos. Trabahuhin natin siya. Pag offer niya,
Let's go. Huh?
Let's go. One.
I like that kneel from Roma Doromal. Now stepping into a leadership position. She's now the team captain of the Capital One Solar Spikers. And of course, new head coach, Coach Jorge, not his first rodeo here in the PVL. He was the head coach of the Akari Chargers. As Negrito's serve is too strong.
Every time may malakas na server yung Creamline, dun kailangan pumuntos agad ng Capital One. Because once the server builds momentum on that line, it would really be a problem for them.
Pia Abu, fresh from her stint from UST. So wearing gold here in the pro ranks. Galanza from the middle. But medyo na-excite dun si Gemma.
That's their favorite combination play. There's just too much angle from Gemma Galanza.
Gumabaw. Abu was there. Galanza going behind. Crafty. Gemma Galanza.
You can see what they're doing in terms of offense. They're just mixing those powerful hits dun sa mga drop balls nila. Pinapagalaw nila ng pinapagalaw yung depensa ng Capital One.
Genesis got that one across from the back row. Here comes Gemma Galanza.
Back-to-back points for Gemma Galanza. Everybody can attack from the back row. Here on the side of Creamline.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin' Pasalubong ng Bayan. Galtones slowed down. Who will Kyle go to? Not the set Eliza wanted. A chance here for Genesis. Off speed won't work. To the other side. The denial by Pams Panaga for a 6-point lead.
That's what you get when you don't give up on the block.
Look at the footwork. The lateral movement of Pams Panaga. Big reason why she is a best middle blocker here in the PVL. Jump set, Gumabaw. Genesis was there to challenge. Sing, soft touch from the back. Panaga this time, another quick one.
Creamline is starting to pull away. It was a close match before the first technical timeout, but now they have established another 7-point lead against Capital One. More substitutions for Coach Jorge De Brito. Babalik ngayon sila Shola Alvarez and Estrella.
Double sub is out. Galanza is serving. Galanada will try the slide. How about that for Casey Galdones?
First point for Casey Galdones. She's bringing some championship experience also from the Petrogas Angels.
Rose Vargas is inside for the first time. Gumabaw. Lakas talaga ng palo niya, no?
It's like clockwork for Michelle Gumabaw. That will lead us to the second technical timeout. Creamline up 16-9.
best two words in sports. Game 7. Watch the winner-take-all finals match between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder this June 23, Monday, 8 a.m. live on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app. Sabi nga ni Janet, tomorrow she will root for Tyrese Haliburton. Ikaw, Neil, sinong player i-root mo?
So, SJ.
Wow! The MVP, just like Creamline with multiple MVPs. 7-point lead. And a spark from Shola Alvarez.
Getting a check ball off Sheena Turing. They need all the attack points that they can get. Lalo na papalapit na yung Creamline sa 20-point mark.
Yung timeout kasi fireworks yung pinakinggan nila. So hopefully Shola could provide some fireworks here. Still down big by 6. So what a service ace. So fireworks nga. Back-to-back points for Shola Alvarez.
Shank pass will give a 3-point to the Solar Spikers. The second service ace of Capital One.
Tough back set. Gumabao, that's inside.
Michelle Gumabao finding the corner. Now, this is the chance for Coach Sherwin Meneses to field in some second stringers. Lori Bernardo will replace Michelle Gumabao, and Ate Galanza will be setting for the Cool Smashers. So Lori Bernardo is back as an opposite hitter. In the past, sa middle siya nilalagay kasi doon nagkukulang ng tao yung Creamline. But with the addition of Nika Celis and Sheena Turing, she's now back in her natural position.
Well, grabe din nila yung pinakita ni Lori, especially in that Game 3. She was even getting the Lori chance in the finals as we have an ongoing rally. Bump set, Valdez. The reach by Alvarez. The set by Tolenada. And Singh will score.
Good transition play there from the Capital One Solar Spikers. Set number 1, they were out-attacked in transition. That's why they're trying to improve that aspect of their game here in the second set.
So we'll have a substitution here for the Solar Spikers. Estero inside. Another debuting player for Capital One. Down by 5. Sharp serve. Service ace by Casey Galdones.
Ace number 3 here in the second set. They're directing all their serves to Alyssa Gonzalez.
Another good serve by Galdones. A chance here. And Estrella could not connect with Iris. Galdones will play setter for Estrella. And the lead is down to 3.
Capital One is looking more confident after scoring a couple of aces against Creamline.
Estrella looking for a breakout conference here. Galanza bumps it. And then there's Lori Bernardo who wins versus that double block.
It is going to be a last touch challenge from Capital One. We're checking if tumama ba kay Lori Bernardo bago lumabas yung bola.
I'm sure that final stint where she had 4 or 5 points, I think, Neil, in Game 3 will be a confidence booster for Lori Bernardo. You've seen her slowly improve here under Coach Sherwin Meneses. But so far for Capital One, how about Estrella, Neil? Ganda ng pinapakita so far.
We mentioned that offense is their biggest concern heading into this season, but with the new additions of those new faces, baka mapunan na yung pagkukulang in that department. Di naman sobrang malayo yung attack points ng Capital One sa Creamline nung set number 1. It's just that they had so many miscues and they had less opportunities compared to the Cool Smashers. This is a better performance for them though.
Good run here for Capital One mid of set number 2, but we have a challenge here. Last touch challenge. Earlier today, Signal HD Spikers won it versus Diakari Chargers 3-0. Tomorrow, Signal and Creamline will face at 6:30. But before that, it will be Capital One versus Akari at 4 p.m. Same venue. Still waiting on that challenge, taking a while this one. Bihira ditong ni last touch challenge. Not every day you see it. Okay, here we go.
Last touch was on Creamline. So I think the point will go to Capital One. But it's unsuccessful. Okay, so that means Creamline will get the point. I got a little bit confused there.
So we shall continue here. 18 serving 14. Point will go to Creamline. Ostero making her presence felt with her first point in a Capital One jersey.
Great connection there between Iris Tolinada and Ostero.
Mafe back set. Too low for Lori. Singh. Vargas.
Don't forget about her. Once upon a time, she was one of the best scorers in the UAAP and in FEU. She also has a heavy hand.
Long tenure now, Rose Vargas with Creamline. Holding on to this 4-point lead. Singh will try, and Singh's got it. She's come alive.
Ito yung maganda sa Capital One. Nakakapasa na sila, so Iris Tolinada is having an easier time dishing out those sets to her attackers. That was also such a loose block from Creamline.
Vargas. She was asking for a higher set. The lead is down to 2 for Capital One. Coach Sherwin Meneses will call for a quick break. 2-point lead.
Patience. Yung isang galaw error, isang galaw error. 1 point tayo, 1 point. Hey, Creamline!
Sherwin Meneses, that was a distress call right there because that lead has been trimmed down to just 2. A better fight here to this set by the Solar Spikers. Mafe. Vargas. Not there. It's been good net defense for Capital One. Alvarez From the back, it's still alive. Ostero sending it just too long.
It was like a gift from Creamline pero masyadong mataas, so I guess she also mistimed that hit. Pero we always love seeing players na very aggressive up front. But execution has to be correct as well.
So double sub again for Creamline. Negrito and Gumabaw are back inside. Alvarez, solid approach, finding that cross-court hit.
They're just down by 2 points.
Good first pass by Valdez. Ostero got that one up as Alvarez was dug by Atienza. The counter for MG. And pinball will be sent out of bounds.
Still a mixture of strong hits and drop balls for the Cool Smashers. Bago pa man sila tumalon, sinisilip na ng mga wing spikers ng Creamline kung saan nakapwesto yung defenders. So if they backpedal, that's the time that they go for those drops. Shola Alvarez scoring once again for Capital One.
Gandang bawi kay Shola Alvarez. Take a look at this rewind.
So far, gumagana yung mga substitutions ng Capital One. Every time they put people in, nakakuha sila ng puntos. Iris Tolinada will have 3 attackers in Estrella, Galdones, and Alvarez.
PVL getting some love from the Ilocos Sur fans.
Another drop ball from Michelle Gumabaw.
Placement like CMG dito. With a 3-point lead.
She's just simplifying everything for the Cool Smashers.
Three points away for Creamline. Caldones had to reach. Panaga with a good save. Valdez. Bullseye.
Nobody home from Capital One. Eliza Valdez finding that line in the back row.
Timeout Capital One. Let's listen in.
Full of tempos here. It's all about the ball there, the block is there, the ball is tight. Well, I move, I can see that pushing the ball there. Huh? It's more attention. Let's, attention. We can see. It's drop again, drop again, drop again. One side out, you're gonna play again. Hard serves again.
Here come the loud and energetic Vegan City fans from Ilocos Sur. Love their energy, Neil, no? Really welcoming the PVL. Coach Jorge was talking about no more drop balls, please, on that timeout. It's been a weapon of choice here for Creamline, who are 2 points away from getting a 2-0 lead. Estrella, in the meantime, has other plans.
So ngayon nakikita natin yung bagong 1-2 punch ng Capital One. It's Shola Alvarez and Estrella doing the damage.
Toring. That is relentless.
Fresh off a UAAP championship.
Set point, thank you. Sheila Toring. Tough back set. I am telling you, there's a different version of Estrella we are seeing today.
She keeps on challenging the blockers. She keeps on scoring. Capital One still keeping it close in set number 2, but Creamline has 3 set points.
What a serve by Galdones. Valdez.
Make that 2 set points. Creamline is asking for a check ball. Coach Sherwin will challenge that call by the first referee.
And Eliza seemed really sure there was a check, so we will find out with this challenge. If they get this right, they win the set. Interesting to see, Neil, like players like Estrella, how it will unfold when you get your full squad back with Cruz, with Bella. How will they fit in? And yes, there was Eliza Valdez is sure of it. So a successful challenge. The Creamline Cool Smashers will win set number 2. This is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's Vitamin Power, the whitening lotion. Sheena Turing and her squad enjoying their first game as they are up 2 sets to none. (25-21) in that second set. A comeback was made by Capital One, but Creamline proved to be too much after 34 minutes. Here's some set 2 highlights. What happened there in that last set, Neil?
Capital One was able to fight back in set number 2 by putting Shola Alvarez in that unit on the floor. She got a lot of help from Estrella as well. But for Creamline, it's still a smooth ride. Kyle Negrito continues to pull the strings well for the Cool Smashers. Coach Sherwin even had the luxury of fielding in his second stringers. We saw minutes from Rose Vargas, from Lori Bernardo, and Bafe Galanza. And they still had enough firepower to put that set away, even if they were pushed by Capital One. 18 attacks for Creamline. They were still on top in that category. Blocking went their way as well, but for Capital One, they were able to score naman 3 service aces against the reception of the Cool Smashers. So kahit papano, meron namang mga bright spots in terms of their game, but they do need to win 2 sets more if they want to challenge Creamline into a 5th. As for the Cool Smashers, they just need 1 set.
Bright spots you mentioned, but none brighter than Rowena Estrella of Capital One, along with Shola Alvarez. Those two have provided a certain spark here for the Solar Spikers. But MG and her smile, pa drop ball lang, Neil. It's been unstoppable here. Chill lang ni MG, no? Drop ball, smile. And now they have a 2 sets to none lead. So let's see. We welcome you to set number 3 here in the Chavit Coliseum. As Jaime Escalon with Neil Flores, Jana Ejido on deck as well. Eliza Valdez 1 set away.
Costero will start for Capital One. Also one of the changes for Coach Jorge Negrito for Creamline. The same suspects for them.
Costero will start this set number 3. She provided some good things as well. Digging, blocking. Got a point there in the last set. We welcome you to set number 3. Costero sends it too long for her first attempt. Same goes for Negrito.
So both points scored by these teams came of the unforced error to the others.
They've been targeting Valdez to receive.
That's still a point for Michelle Gumabaw. Kahit siya nagulat, napupuntos pa yon because it wasn't the strongest of hits.
Service ace for Gemma.
Strategy for Creamline. A while ago, Capital One was targeting the outside hitters of the Cool Smashers. Ganon din yung Creamline. They're putting a mark on Shola Alvarez.
Solid dig for Galanza. Another try at things. This time it's Galdones. Gumabaw. Doromal will play setter. Estrella with a hit. Galdones. Gumabaw. Straight to Doromal. Back row. Sing. Soft touch. Long rally. That one slowed down. Tolenada. Estrella. Got the check. We'll check that. It will be a point for Creamline. But now Jana Ejido. I'll check that. We'll go back to you, Jana. May challenge muna tayo. It's a long touch challenge. Because I saw Capital One already celebrating that point, and then they gave the point to Creamline, so we'll see. The Iris and Estrella We're quite sure there was a check.
They're pointing to Eliza Valdez, stating that she was the one who got the last touch, but based on that replay, there was no block touch. So Capital One will lose one challenge opportunity.
So the point stands. It will be Creamline with a 3-point lead. Shola. Gardones, easy put down for KC. Now perfect time to go to Jana. Jana, what's going on there?
Neil, we are continuing the narrative of seeing new and familiar faces here in our new conference in the PVL. And during Capital One's player hall in the offseason, one of the most talked about names was Jerly Malabanan, whose return to pro volleyball after her hiatus has been a long-awaited return by some fans. She shared with me that she's been in contact with Capital One for over a year while she spent time in the US. She also admitted that she missed playing volleyball a lot. Though it's only been a month that Jerly got back into conditioning and training with the team, she tells me it's going to be a period of adjustment, but she's taking it one day at a time, allowing her to ease into the system and find her groove once again. Though we haven't seen some minutes from her yet, it's worth noting that this return has been long awaited by some fans. Over to the challenge, Jaime.
See the challenge here, but yes, we're awaiting the entrance of Malabanan. Daming galing sa Itos nila, no? Earlier to Stintium Zone. This challenge is a reaching beyond.
The challenge for Creamline is the fight stage.
So the point will go to Capital One. No reaching beyond there. It's that serve in Estrella.
They also gain an immediate point off that error. It's an early 3-point lead for the Cool Smashers.
Oh, service ace for Max Panaga. Like you said in set number 2, Neil, Creamline is just on cruise control. Iris 1-2. Soriano had a touch. Valdez gets it survived.
Soriano was able to pick that ball up. That gave Eliza Valdez a chance to put that ball away.
The service error for Pangs on that one. But 1 point away from a technical timeout here.
Capital One has to make an early move in the third set if they want to extend this match. Because we know it's not easy to erase a 4 or 5 point lead if you're up against Creamline.
Lumaba from the opposite side. Doromal sailing it to Singh. Stopped by MG as we head on to a technical timeout. Last 2 words in sports. Game 7. Watch the winner-take-all finals match between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder this June 23, Monday, 8 a.m. live on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live app. Exciting, no, Neil? Game 7. It's been 9 years since there was a Game 7 in the NBA. Rest of PVL, ang exciting is Game 3. Just like our last one in the All-Filipino Conference between Petrogas and Creamline. A really great series, but now we open things up again in our first day of our on-tour version. Aaliyah Valdez is simply target practice for her.
Buong game din, di rin siya nilabas ni Coach Sherman. A lot of playing time here in Ilocos.
Singh was blocked. Singh again. Calanza tried to sprint for it, but just not enough.
Jarrell Singh scored off that ad-lib play. Iris Tolenada had no other option and Singh was right in front of her. Now Jeremy Malabanan will check in for Coach Jorge Negrito as their opposite hitter. Welcome back to the PVL.
Warm welcome for Malabanan after that hiatus, as Jana mentioned. A chance here. Iris, Mostero. They have this connection, these two.
That will be a formidable point of attack throughout the season. Sakto yung big quick play for Mostero.
Soriano with a point.
Can't forget about her, definitely.
Yan yung mga OGs ng Creamline. Vargas, Soriano.
And nasanay tayo dun sa differential play from the middle ni Pao Soriano. But now, mas mabilis yung tempo in that last hit.
Single block for Gemma Galanza. Offense, defense, you name it. 5-point lead now for Creamline.
More substitutions for Capital One. Torres will replace Jorel Singh. This will be a free ball.
Panaga, the slide. Off the block for Panaga. Everything just working here. Timeout for the Solar Spikers, down by 6.
Play with the C pass, but high. The ball you see is too low, she cannot move. Barely move to take this one. So push the ball there, she's already in front. Okay?
That's Jorge talking about their passing. There's Tots Carlos. Seated next to Denden Lazaro Revilla. Oh, that's inside.
Ball drop in the last mini-second for Pao Soriano. So that's point number 2 for her. And they're halfway through the set. 12 points away from getting their first win.
Monstrous block. by Pangs Panaga. 8-point lead has opened up. Take a look at this one more time.
Wasn't even a single blocker for Creamline. Two Cool Smashers went up for that block.
Torres find the gap. She scores her first.
She was also picked up by Capital One in last year's draft.
See, this is what the preseason's all about. For players like Torres to get their strides. Pero for players like Kyle Negrito, she's been through it all.
Nika Celes will get some playing time here in Ilocos. She's the second round pick, I think, of the Cool Smashers.
Making her debut as well. Hard hit by Alvarez. Hustle play by Valdez. Tolenada. Back to Alvarez. Torres digging. Galanza putting it away.
Such a classic hit from Gemma Galanza. Zone 1 was way open from Capital One. Now they will head into the second technical timeout with the lead.
Bitin na kayo sa games? Watch all the replays on PVL YouTube channel. Subscribe!
Back after the second technical timeout. Got a 9-point lead for Creamline. Looking to sweep this one and call it a day. Gemma. Got it off the ball. Double-digit lead for the Cool Smashers.
2 steps forward for the Cool Smashers. Gemma Galanza again challenging the block of Capital One. Getting that hit out to go.
There's Nika Celes, another rookie for Creamline. Sharp serve for Negrito.
Broken play for Capital One. This will be a chance for the Cool Smashers.
What a bump set. Balikan. Gemma looking to put an end to this rally. Mission accomplished. BDL is loving that one.
Just all power from Gemma Galanza. Wasn't bothered at all by that double block from Capital One.
Looks like there's a timeout here by Coach Jorge De Brito. Let's listen what he has to say.
All inside. We train this. One step, short, high. It's okay. Then she gets spike. She's just controlling the ball there because too far. Okay, right there, good. Nice one. Back to receive there.
Back after the timeout, Coach Jorge focusing on the little things, and that's what you expect, Neil, no? From the off season, the preseason, to clean up those little things.
Another problematic pass from Capital One. Hope she's okay. It's all good from Iris Tolenada. She has been chasing after each and every ball for Capital One. Pero meron lang talagang mga bola na mahirap na talaga habulin.
Valdez will head to the bench. Probably the last time we'll be seeing of her. We may see her tomorrow though versus the Signal HD Spikers. Better pass there for Iris Doromal, secondary setter for Genesis.
Double block works for the Cool Smashers.
Iba talagang ngiti nila, Tots, nila Den. Pag si Lori nakakascore, no?
Chill lang sila dyan.
Parang bunso rin to si Lori eh. Like every time she scores, the whole team goes smiling. In the meantime, Ostero. You like her production here, Neil?
Yep.
Rachel Ostero.
Iris Tolenada is getting points from the other players of Capital One in the last season. Most of their points came from their wings, but right now, yung mga middles na nakuha nila, nagper-perform din.
That is a good block. Care of Casey Galdones.
They'll take it 1 point at a time. Talking about Capital One. Good relock from Casey Galdones.
Gemma, combination play. We've seen that multiple times in this game.
Another simple hit from Gemma Galanza. She didn't even need to exert so much effort in that last swing. It's all about placement.
As Genesis uses her blocker's hands. So point number 10. Vargas. Singh will get it across. Celis. It's still alive. Let's see what Creamline does here. Bernardo. Good recovery by Negrito. And Lori Bernardo will score. This spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan.
Didn't even wait for the setup from Kyle Negrito.
3 points away for Creamline. Malabanan couldn't find her timing. Vargas returned. The reload. Doromal with the chase. Tolenada gives a free ball. Double quick. Bernardo. Another one.
That's back-to-back points for Lori Bernardo. Defense was caught napping for Capital One. Right in the middle of Jarel Singh and Jerry Malabanan.
2 points away. Malabanan getting her touches, getting her groove. Easy pickup. Genesis on the approach. Vargas off speed. Good dive by Malabanan. And that cannot be reached.
Tough setup for Iris Tolenada. 7-5 for Casey Gondones. Now, Creamline is at match point. 14 match points for the pink shirts.
Good blockings for Creamline. Genesis tries to go behind. Bernardo! Not quite yet, says Malabanan. The love tap from the back. Soriano! Pancake save! Bernardo with the finisher.
3 straight points for Lori Bernardo. And that will seal the deal for the Cool Smashers as they register their first win in our PVL On Tour conference.
3 straight points for the finishing kick, as this is brought to you by Myra. Be Vita Brighter with Myra's vitamin-powered whitening lotion. Lori Bernardo with the perfect ending as Creamline Cool Smashers will take it 3-0. We'll take a quick break and we'll wrap things up with our best player of the game when we return. There you have it. The Creamline Cool Smashers get the job done in 3 sets. There is our receipts of our final score. Creamline did not look back in this game, just like their best player of the game, who is with Jana Ejido. Jana, take it away.
Thanks so much, Jaime. I am with our player of the game, MG Michelle Gumabal of the Creamline Cool Smashers. MG, coming off from your silver finish in the All-Filipino, what's it like to start the new conference with a win?
Of course, it's great to start off with a good start, with a win. We really wanted this. Gusto namin makabawi. And we all wanted to make the fans happy dito sa Vegan. Salamat sa mainit na pagtanggap nila sa amin. And of course, naghirap din kami this off-season. The last 3 weeks nag-practice kami. So we really want to start right and start well.
MG, we know you're a veteran with the Cool Smashers. Tell me, what was it like to play with your rookies today, Sheena and Nika?
They've been working hard, and I think they've been adapting well to the culture and to the work ethic that the Cool Smashers have. Yung good vibes namin, they really bring in fresh perspective to our team. And they're doing really well. We're proud of them. We're happy that they're part of our team, and nabigyan sila ng playing time ni Coach today, and I hope more to come for them.
I'm sure the fans loved watching them. And now, any messages to everyone watching here in the Chavez Coliseum and to everyone watching us wherever they may be?
Thank you so much, Vegan. Thank you so much po sa local government, of course, for welcoming us here. Sana manood kayo ulit tomorrow. Thank you to our our management, to Sir Jonathan, to Sir Alan, Attorney Lily, Ma'am Liz Ann, Sir Rolly, who may not be here, but of course they're cheering. To all our families watching from our respective homes. And of course to all our fans, thank you so much for always supporting. Thank you, God, for a safe game for both teams. And to, of course, to Capital One for a good game. And hopefully, tuloy-tuloy hanggang bukas for us.
Hanggang bukas talaga when they see everyone else back here at Chavez Coliseum once again when they face the Signal HD Spikers tomorrow. MG, Michelle Gumabao is your player of the game. 11-point performance today. Hi, Manuel.
Thank you so much, Jana. We'll see you tomorrow here in Chavez Coliseum. Congratulations to Michelle Gumabao. Let's take a look at what happened in that match because Creamline played a